Students, I am Dr. S.B. Kolle, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Kannur District, Aurangabad. Today we will see the topic division of compartments into cells. Now, suppose we have to distribute indistinguishable particles in K compartments or K cells. In this distribution, priori probability of particle going into particular compartment is not same because of unequal size of the compartment. Size of the compartment, they are K compartments. They are of unequal size. So we can't say means priori probability of the particle going into any compartment is not same. To solve this problem, we use concept of cell. For this concept, each compartment is divided into very large number of sub compartments, or we call it as cells, but the cells are of same size. So all the cells have same priori probability. And number of cells in each compartment is very large and it is fixed also. Now friends, we will see distribution of particles in compartments of unequal size. See this figure. In this figure, the compartments are shown. Now consider distribution of particles in compartments marked 1, 2, 3, 2, I, comma, k minus 1, comma, k of unequal size. Here in this figure we can see the compartments from 1 to k minus 1. Now in second figure, see, we have subdivided the compartments into small cells of same size. Means first, second, third up to k minus 1 compartments are subdivided into number of cells of same size. So total number of cells is given by G1 plus G2 plus delta dash Gi plus delta dash Gk is equal to capital G. Now, particle in a given compartment can go any cell, can go into any cell within the compartment with equal probability. The number of cells in any compartment are very large. N1 particles are to be distributed in given cells of first compartment. So, number of ways of arranging first particle in given cells of first compartment is given. Now, we have to arrange N1 particles into given cells of first compartment. So, the number of ways are given here. It is given by G1. Now, second particle can go into any one of the given cells of first compartment. Now, friends, total number of ways in which two particles can be arranged in given cells of first compartment is given by G1 into G1 is equal to G1 square. Number of ways in which N1 particles can be arranged in G1 cells of first compartment is given by G1 into G1 into G1 divided by Gi. It is G1 into N1 times is equal to G1 raised to N1. Now, number of ways in which N1 particles can be chosen from N particles. It is given by NCN1. We have to choose N1 particles out of N particles. So, it is equal to N factorial upon N1 factorial into N minus N1 factorial. Now, total number of ways in which N1 particles can be taken out of N particles and placed in given cells of first compartment. Now, first we have to select N1 particles from N particles, and also we have to place these particles, N1 particles, in given cells of that first compartment. So, it is given by N factorial upon N1 factorial into N minus N1 factorial into G1 raised to N1. Now, friends, number of ways of arranging these N2 particles in given cells of second compartment. Now, we have already selected N1 particles from N particles. Now, particles remaining are N minus N1 because N1 particles have been already selected by us. So, remaining are N minus N1. So, it gives us N minus N1 factorial upon N2 factorial into N minus N1 minus N2 factorial into G2 raised to N2. Now, total number of ways in which N1 particles are arranged in first compartment and N2 particles can be arranged in second compartment. It is given by n factorial upon n1 factorial into n minus n1 factorial into g1 raised to n1 and into n minus n1 factorial upon n2 factorial into n minus n1 minus n2 factorial into g2 raised to n2. We have combined here both the weights of first compartment and second compartment. So our first particle and second particle. So it is equal to n factorial upon n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n minus n1 minus n2 factorial into g1 raised to n1 into g2 raised to n2. Now total number of microstates for a macrostate n1, n2, n3 dash nk. It gives us W is equal to n factorial upon n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial dash nk factorial into bracket n minus n1 minus n2 minus n3 dash minus nk factorial into g1 raised to n1, g2 raised to n2 dash gk raised to nk. Now friends, take in bracket n minus n1 minus n2 minus n3 dash minus nk is equal to n minus, take in bracket n1 plus n2 plus n3 plus dash nk. Now you know n1 plus n2 plus n3 dash nk is number of particles n. So it gives us n minus n is equal to 0. N minus n1 minus n2 minus n3 minus nk factorial is equal to 0 factorial and it is 1. So W for n1 n2 dash nk is equal to n factorial upon n1 factorial into n2 factorial into n3 factorial dash nk factorial into g1 raised to n1 into g2 raised to n2 into g3 raised to n3 dash gk raised to nk. Now we can write it as W is equal to n factorial product sign I is equal to 1 to k into inside this product sign gi raised to ni upon ni factorial. This is product sign, means all the product terms are in this product sign. They are included in this sign. So this is reference I have used for this PowerPoint presentation preparation. Thank you.